day in the life. The box. Look at this. My goodness. Look at this clasp over here. That's a serious clasp. Unbox Therapy HQ. Woo, look at that. Back in business. Today, we decided to tackle an issue. I've been here alone, making a mess of everything. Probably noticed you haven't seen an episode of Lou Later featuring Willie Doo. That's him, he's all the way down there. I downloaded Streamlabs and I was goofing. Made some adjustments to the setup and playing. If you subscribe to the channel, you will see a very cool graphic. Shout out Fotis, appreciate it, man, you know that. And having a time. But then the squad came back, the team came back. We got to thinking, hey, if we gotta put everything back together anyways, are we doing this the best or could we potentially change some things? The software features on some of that switching stuff are kind of nicer than the hardware switchers production tools. So maybe Kirk gets a new computer on that desk and that computer we can install the streaming software and he can manage everything from there. But which computer should it be? We found this one. Woo, look at that. Intel NUC 9 Extreme Kit. This is a small form factor, high horsepower PC, which should be able to run everything that we need. The cool thing about these is that they're kits that you can buy. This one, obviously top tier i9-9980HK. This is the most expensive, the premium version, which is part of the reason that Kirk is motivated to stick it on the desk. Am I right, Kirk? Ah. And then the other key factor is that this has Thunderbolt. My goodness, man, the challenge of attempting to find Thunderbolt on the various high-powered PCs we have around here, it's just not a thing that's widely adopted on the PC side, more so on the Mac side. Just get an Intel PC, because of course it's Intel's technology. They're gonna pump the Thunderbolt in there. And Thunderbolt gives us then the ability to connect external Thunderbolt peripherals, including some of our capture equipment to bring all the video feeds in. With a kit like this, you're also gonna get your power supply in here. It's got wireless built in, a bunch of ports, HDMI, and so forth. But then you bring your own stuff to the party in the form of some dual channel DDR4 memory. You're gonna put your own graphics card, as I said previously, and your own storage, M.2 SSDs, as well as your operating system. But Willie Doo has insured me. Insured? Is that a way to say that?
Insure you.
Willie Doo has decided to insure me, so I'm worried for my life right now. I was like, Will, what is this document right here? What is this insurance policy you've taken out on my name? He has insured to me. Is that? Can you say that?
Insured.
EN. Willie Doo says he has stated that this thing is fully kitted out by Intel. He says, yeah, they put the RAM in, they put the SSD in. I'm not sure because the kit, like I said, it says kit on it. It says right here, what's needed, what's inside, what's needed. Look at this. It's like some sort of a pelican case inside of the box. It's tactical. That's a serious clasp. As far as clasps go. Oh, by the way, you also get the skull. It's my favorite emoji as well, so I use it frequently. You may not know. Woo, look at that. Look at that smooth little machine. That's tiny. Imagine. That's all you need. And yes, it absolutely has a GPU installed. I can tell just by looking at the back. This is your various I/O. You can see you have 4 traditional USB slots, a couple of network ports, and HDMI, and those ever important for us, dual Thunderbolt slots. This is your 500 watt power supply. That's where your power cable connects. And then this particular graphics card has DVI, HDMI, and DisplayPort. Let's see what graphics card this actually is. I mean, you pair up that processor with some nice dedicated graphics, however much RAM you want to stack in here, you have something that in some cases is gonna be more powerful than systems that are far bigger than this. Ooh. Oh, wow. It is an RTX card that they jammed in there. Lucky us. Look at this. I just realized when I pulled this fan component out, the pins, they just kind of match up. In order to get power and to connect to the system, they just sit. It's like a friction fit. You slide it in and they poke there. quite a finished package. Where's the motherboard? That's the motherboard? You wanna talk about space efficiency? Oh! So this is the back of the motherboard. I'm kind of curious how much noise this is gonna make since everything is so tightly packed in here. I mean, it's incredibly compact. There is no wasted space inside of this construction whatsoever. If you were to tell people, hey, here's your gaming setup, it's all you need, particularly those that have experience with large, maybe water-cooled, extreme gaming setups, this thing is incredibly capable in this form factor. You can hook it up to a TV if you wanted. It's so compacted that you wouldn't mind putting it there, but maybe also just as a computer that's easy to transport as your gaming PC, because again, with this hardware, this thing could be a legit gaming PC. It looks like they've included an SD card slot, and you just don't see that often enough. You could make use of that right away, Kirk. Right away, today. You could pop that SD out and pop it right in there. Below that, 2 USB ports, and it looks like a headphone jack, and I guess this is the power switch up here. Okay, let me just slap these panels back on. You know, when I was a kid, when I was a youngster, Kirk, I tried to build a mini ITX system for my TV to get the gaming PC on the TV. Do a little bit of gaming, but also store all the movies and do the whole thing, the media center type of PC. And it was always a little herky-jerky. It was always a little off, that system. But I'm glad to see that the concept still exists and that Intel themselves is embracing it to some degree, because I think other items. We got so carried away with the actual unit, we have other items here. This is our power cable, and wait a second. That's a skull flashlight. How do they know me so well? It's like a blue light. This thing is cool. Kind of into it. We'll do that. Oh, it's quiet. What? It's not loud. I mean, it's probably gonna heat up, but it's not loud. You can't see anything.
I got you.
Secure on there now. Ooh. Wow. I'm into it. I gotta say, I don't know. I'm into weird things. This is one of those things. Cause you're saying, cause the sound is so quiet right now. I know. I mean, it's there. There's a fan, but it's quiet. You pick it up a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. A Thunderbolt port is better than a USB-C port, all right? I wish every Type-C port was just a Thunderbolt port, but it never took off. It never took off, which led us in this direction in the first place, because we have too much Thunderbolt equipment now. Natively on the board, find me a motherboard, a high-performance motherboard with the Thunderbolt baked in. It might exist, it's not in the studio right now. Hi. Windows is doing a bunch of things now. Go take a nap. Windows, can we do something about these backgrounds though? Look at my options, Kirk. Low res beach, low res camp, decent res mountain. What are we doing over here? Here we can see the graphics card spec. So this is a GeForce RTX 2070 OC edition boost clock, baby. Compact size and 2 powerful Axial Tech fans for Intel NUC 9 Extreme kit. I mean, for a lot of people, that's plenty of power in a slim package. Some of this footage right here, if this doesn't get you going, I don't know why you're watching these videos. Transistors, capacitors, mostly playing Valorant and dying. Woo! Oh no. Got him!
Fire in the hole!
Dead. Bad shooting, dead. Bad shooting, dead. Like, because I should have killed him, not... I'm not saying it's a glitch or something, I'm saying it's bad shooting.
All right, how was that?
You can game on that. You can game on that, I'll tell you what. Honestly, it's not really what motivated us to reach for this, but I think for Kirk, this could be a perfect type of solution. He was even crazy enough talking about packing this up and taking it home to edit every so often, like maybe back and forth. I don't know, there's something that we have a tower over there, which is obviously, that's what you're used to seeing if you're talking about a powerful PC. I'm not saying this is a substitute. There's obviously some compromises, but when you add Thunderbolt to a package like this, it does give it greater expandability. And that's kind of what I was trying to get at earlier with the Thunderbolt conversation. You can take a box like this one, you can use this with anything that has a Thunderbolt port. And there's so much throughput with that particular interface that it allows you, that's a sound. It allows you to expand your peripherals through PCI expansion. These are capture cards from Blackmagic. They can take an SDI or HDMI connection and record it to your PC or to your streaming software if you want to go live. It actually extends or expands beyond what a motherboard is capable of because of the daisy chaining capability. You have 2 ports on this particular Thunderbolt accessory. That then lets you plug one of those cables into a Thunderbolt port on the PC, and then the output or the daisy chain port can go to your second peripheral. It's a nice port, all right? I want to see it more often, wherever possible. Nice port. Kirk had to redo his setup and he was like, what is this? And I was like, let's look at it. Let's take a peek. Next thing you know, I'm playing Valorant. I did get a kill, all right? Got him! Sheesh, give me a break here. All right, first time playing the game. Maybe second, but I played for like two minutes on the previous day, right? Not how you grinding. Maybe I should be. La, 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 la. Hands in the air.